Reincarnation, the mind-blowing journey of truth or myth. Ever found yourself lost in a daydream, wondering if you were a pirate in a past life, or maybe a rock star with some killer dance moves? Now, that would be an epic adventure, right? So picture this, you and me somewhere in a past life, probably rocking like Elvis, or maybe making a fantastic scientific discovery. Damn, we were really hitting it off. Today, we're unraveling the mind-blowing secrets of reincarnation. Get ready for a journey so wild, it'll make your last Netflix binge look like a walk in the park. Welcome to the cosmic edition of Guess Who's Been Here Before. Reincarnation is the idea that our souls have been on multiple joyrides throughout history, swapping bodies like fashion trends. It's the universe's way of saying, hey, let's keep things interesting. But is it really how the universe works? Were our souls some crazy superheroes in past lives, or is it just a myth? Let's find out together. The word karo means flesh, and the prefix in means in. So, incarnation simply means the process of a soul or a spirit entering a physical human body. So, reincarnation is the idea of the repeated return of a spirit to a human body. And while all of this is very dramatic, why does it even happen? Humans by nature are spiritual beings. Then why on earth would we like to bind with a physical body on earth? There are several reasons behind this. There is a common belief that our spirit inherits the earth to observe. Some think we're here to assist fellow souls. Many also believe that some souls love to explore or simply enjoy the physicality. But the vast majority think that we're here only because we're bound to the endless cycle of reincarnation. Folks, think harder. Maybe we have some unfinished business here to complete. It's a typical belief of reincarnation that souls intuitively know the unfinished business that called them back into another life as a reincarnated soul. Reincarnation belief is a pretty common one in many religions, like the Hindus, the Greeks, and among the Native Americans. Hinduism very strongly believes in the concept of karma and reincarnation. For them, each lives 7 lives and is reincarnated each time based on the previous. Your actions in this life determine your destiny in the next. It's like a cosmic game of cause and effect, with a sprinkle of Bollywood drama. Unlike Hinduism, ancient Greeks hold a bit broader perspective. They believe in the transmigration of souls. According to them, a soul is born into a different body after death. Pythagoras, who lived in the 6th century BCE, was one of the famous philosophers to firmly hold this belief. He believed in the idea that a human soul is immortal and it was continually reincarnated among different bodies after its initial death. Picture Socrates sipping tea with Aristotle, discussing the meaning of life over a plate of heroes. Who wouldn't want to come back for that? And let's not forget the Native American perspective, where some tribes believe in the concept of spirit animals guiding souls through different lifetimes. Just imagine having a wise old owl as your spirit guide. Beats a GPS any day. The concept of reincarnation is quite complex and intrinsic to understand. It doesn't just start and end with the idea of rebirth of the soul. No, it runs deeper. For instance, we all know about karma. No, not the kind where you accidentally break your friend's favorite mug and owe them a lifetime's worth of coffee. In the realm of reincarnation, karma is no less than your universe's scorebook. And, well, according to it, good deeds rack up positive karma points, while bad decisions might land you in the body of a mosquito for a while. Talk about a bug's life. Apart from religious and philosophical beliefs, reincarnation has also gained a larger following in the West recently. All thanks to therapeutic practices like past life regression. It's an experience under hypnosis in which people begin to recall and even relive parts of their past lives. Believe it or not, there's a scientific term for kiddos who remember their past lives. It's called xenoglossy. Picture a 5-year-old chatting away in ancient Greek like it's a casual Tuesday afternoon. Now, if that's not a plot twist, I don't know what is. Researchers have documented cases where kids recall specific details of a past life, from names and locations to even how they kicked the bucket. It's like they're a mini Sherlock Holmes, but with a sippy cup. So, you're telling me that I could have been a famous astrologist in the past? Cool, but how much of it is the truth? What if it's nothing more than a myth? Fans of the process clearly state being transported into the past. It's like time travel without moving your body, like seeing the world through the eyes of Cleopatra. Some even recall themselves as a Second World War soldier or a Russian peasant girl. But here is the loophole. There isn't a shred of evidence to prove this past life regression. All we have are the stories of those who've been through these therapies. I mean, many of them already believed in reincarnation in the first place, so is it really valid? Well, not so much. It's hardly objective data. I mean, think about it. If you really were a reincarnated soul of some superhero or even a generic person in the past, then shouldn't you have some information about it? Like, come on, you ought to possess pieces of useful information about humanity's past. Perhaps you speak a long-dead language, or know some details about the climates or geopolitical situations. Maybe you can decode historical symbols. However, those who have gone through past life regression are suspiciously unable to provide any information on such matters. I mean, I'm just saying, if someone recalls a life through past life regression, why is it always an incredible past life origin story of being this powerful person? Frankly, it would be much more believable if Hitlers or Pol Pots were walking around. But the question is, how does it even happen? Well, it's the simple human mind. None of the people who undergo this intervention and narrate a powerful story is trying to intentionally deceive. No, they're simply the victims of a human memory. We humans are surprisingly able to remember things that never actually happened. Your memory is actually extremely creative and can fill in any blank with powerful memories and connect the dots to create a comprehensible story of the past, even when it's somewhat fake or the parts of the past never actually happened. This flair for invention is probably the most likely reason for these claimed instances of reincarnation. In fact, several studies have demonstrated that those who strongly believe in reincarnation and have said that they have lived a past life are significantly able to create more false memories than the rest of us. This natural tendency to create false memories wasn't just seen in people who believed in reincarnation. It was also seen by those who believe they were abducted by aliens. Plus, scientifically, it has also been shown that the mere act of hypnotism, or past life regression, increases your ability to form false memories. For this reason, many medical professionals consider this unethical and unscientific. However, there have been plenty of reincarnation claims that had nothing to do with past life regression or hypnotism. For instance, the story of Dorothy Eady, also known as Seti. At the age of 3, Dorothy had a terrible fall down the stairs and was pronounced dead. Miraculously, she sat up in bed an hour later. However, from that day, she was never the same. Not long after the accident, the family visited the British Museum, where she was fixated with ancient Egypt. When her mother tried to take her away, she begged to be left with her people. She also had recurring dreams about a particular building with columns surrounded by rich vegetation. One day, she was looking through pictures of ancient Egypt when she found a picture of the temple of Seti I. That picture matched with the buildings in her dream, and she turned to her father, claiming that she had found her home. To test her claim of reincarnation, the chief inspector of the Antiquities Department of Abydos Temple told her to go into complete darkness and stand next to a specific painting, all while using her past life knowledge. Surprisingly, she passed the test, even though the location of those paintings was never revealed. She later told the archaeologist where to find the remains of the temple garden, and also pointed the excavators to a tunnel at the northern end of the temple, which nobody had known about before. Stories like these are hard to swallow, but many credible scientists suggest that events like this might be possible. Share your views about what you think reincarnation really is, a truth or a myth. Until then, take care and stay curious.